Up here at 10,000 feet above sea level, the air is thin, the landscape is breathtaking, rugged, and remote. This is Tibet, the roof of the world, and it is here in this pristine wilderness that a new giant is stirring. On July 19, 2025, the first trucks began to pour concrete. They are laying the foundation for something the world has never seen before. A project so massive, its scale is almost impossible to comprehend. China has officially begun construction on the Medog hydropower station. It is a mega dam that will forever change the face of this ancient land and the powerful river that flows through it. The river is called the Yarlung Zangbo. It is a sacred waterway born from the glaciers of the Himalayas. For centuries it has carved its path through deep canyons, a wild and untamed force of nature. But its wild days may be numbered. The Chinese government has long dreamed of harnessing its immense power. After years of planning, the project was finally approved in late 2024. Less than a year later, construction crews were on the ground. The speed of the operation is stunning. It sends a clear message to the world. China is not just building a dam, it is making a statement. To understand the sheer magnitude of the Medog Dam, we have to talk numbers, and these numbers are staggering. The dam is projected to generate 300 billion kilowatt hours annually. That is a figure that is hard to wrap your head around. Let's put it in perspective. China's Three Gorges Dam is currently the largest hydropower station on the planet. It is a symbol of engineering might, a colossal structure that reshaped the Yangtze River. But the new Medog Dam will make it look small. It is designed to produce nearly 3 times as much power as the Three Gorges Dam. The price tag is just as jaw-dropping. The Three Gorges Dam cost an estimated 250 billion yuan. The Medog hydropower station is projected to cost a stunning 1.2 trillion won, which translates to about $167 billion. That is more than 4 times the investment poured into the Three Gorges. This isn't just an infrastructure project, it is a national undertaking on a scale that rivals the space program. The construction is expected to take at least a decade, with the dam planned to become fully operational by 2033. It represents one of the most ambitious and expensive engineering projects ever conceived. This dam is more than just concrete and steel. It is a declaration of China's technological prowess and its commitment to dominating the future of clean energy. The project is being developed as a single-phase installation, meaning the entire massive structure will be built in one continuous effort. For India, the news of construction starting on the Medog Dam is more than just a headline, it is a nightmare scenario coming to life. Downstream, the Yarlung Zangbo River changes its name. Yarlung Zangbo Xiang River, entering Arunachal Pradesh Brahmaputra, flowing through Assam. This river is the lifeblood for millions in northeastern India. Provides water for drinking, provides water for agriculture, provides water for livelihoods. The fear, China could have a hand on the tap, controlling flow. Indian officials are not staying silent. Shortly after the project began, the Ministry of External Affairs issued a statement. They said they were closely monitoring the project and urged China to be transparent. But Beijing is not known for transparency on transboundary rivers. Experts in New Delhi have warned for years about risks. They fear the dam could be used to divert water-reduced flows during the dry season or cause catastrophic flooding by sudden releases. This places regional water security and environmental stability in jeopardy. The concern is deeply personal for millions living along the Brahmaputra's banks. Amid the rising tensions and, all those panicked headlines, there is a technical detail that's actually pretty crucial to understand. Chinese officials have repeatedly stated that the Medog Dam, just like their other projects on the Yarlung Zangbo, is a run-of-the-river dam. This is a very different kind of structure from a massive reservoir dam like the Three Gorges. A run-of-the-river system doesn't store vast quantities of water for long periods. It diverts a portion of the river's flow through tunnels, uses the natural drop in elevation to spin turbines, generates electricity, then returns the water directly to the riverbed. In theory, this design should have a limited impact on the river's overall volume. Because the water isn't stored in a massive lake behind the dam, downstream flow should remain relatively consistent. The water goes in, generates power, and comes right back out. Chinese authorities have used this technical point to reassure downstream nations, insisting that their hydropower projects will not harm the interests of India or Bangladesh. They argue that the primary purpose is clean energy, not water control. They promise to maintain communication and cooperation with their neighbors. However, India remains deeply skeptical. Even if the dam is a run-of-river design, its sheer size is a cause for alarm. Hydrological data shows that only about 30 to 35% of the river's annual discharge comes from the Tibetan Plateau. The vast majority, around 65 to 70%, is generated within India itself. This water comes from heavy monsoon rainfall. The hydrological facts may suggest China's ability to turn off the tap is actually pretty limited. But in a region defined by mistrust, perception is reality. India is not taking any chances. In response to the Medog Dam, New Delhi has accelerated its own plans to build a massive dam in Arunachal Pradesh. The proposed Siang Dam is designed to have a huge reservoir. The Indian government argues this will act as a buffer, allowing it to store excess water and release it to counteract any flow manipulation from the Chinese side. It is a direct and calculated response to a perceived threat. This escalates the situation dramatically. We are now witnessing the beginning of a competitive dam-building race in one of the world's most fragile ecosystems. Both China and India are planning to build the biggest dams in their history on the same river system. This raises a whole host of new questions and risks. What will be the cumulative environmental impact of two mega dams on the same river? How will this affect the delicate Himalayan ecology? And how will it affect the region's biodiversity? The story of the Medog Dam is far from over. Today, concrete is being poured at 10,000 feet. A decade from now, the world's largest power station may stand complete. And what happens next in this remote corner of the Himalayas will leave the world speechless.